Peace and blessings, fam. Welcome back to my channel, West Coast Finest Hair and Dance. Thanks for tuning in. And today I am going to be bringing you in another amazing video. Yes, get ready to unlock the ultimate braid pattern for your hair weave or your hair extensions. Yes, join me as I share with you the perfect, yes, I said the perfect braid pattern for a flawless hair weave or hair extensions. Yes, with this braid pattern, you will have the perfect and stunning weave style or extension style every single time. Yes, ladies, as you can see here, my client does have some hair thinning and some hair loss around her edges. But no worries, ladies, because this braid pattern can be installed with anyone who has thin hair, short hair, damaged hair, healthy hair, thick hair. It does not matter. Many people struggle with selecting the right braid pattern, which can lead to discomfort, poor installation, and unsatisfactory results. This is often due to a lack of understanding about the different types of braid patterns available and how they interact with various hair types. So, yes, ladies, when my clients come in, I first assess their hair situation and their hair condition, and then I determine which braid pattern that I am going to use for their hair. So, yes, choosing the wrong braid pattern can put a lot of tension on your hair, leading to breakage and other hair issues. People with fine hair, for example, may find that certain braid patterns are too heavy, while those with curly hair may struggle with braid patterns that don't accommodate their natural hair texture. So look how I did these singles in the front of her hair. I did these singles because the front of her hair is where she has the most thinning and hair loss. And I want to alleviate putting as less tension and then less pulling stress on her edges and on the front of her hair as possible. Look how I took that single and I kind of laid it in that area where she has hair loss. This is going to give her coverage and fullness in that area where she has hair loss. So these are the things that you have to consider when you are getting certain styles or you have certain hair issues. So with my clients, I hardly ever do the same braid pattern because again, it just depends on their hair situation. With these other singles, I'm just going to lightly crochet them in the other braids that are going straight to the back. This is going to relieve again a lot of the tension, the pulling, and the stress on her edges because it's not just all braided straight back. This is going to reduce that tension. And that's what I want to do, ladies. I always want to promote hair growth and not hair loss with my clients. And just knowing a bad braid pattern can completely ruin the look of your hairstyle, making them look obvious and unattractive. And you don't want your hairstyles to look like that. We want our hairstyles to look as natural as possible. On the other hand, a good braid pattern can make your hair look like a natural part, make it look like a natural part of your hair. This is why it's so important to take the time to find the right braid pattern for your specific hair type and for the specific hair weave, hair extension style that you are going to be getting. Again, take a look at how I am crocheting that single into that cornrow that I did. This is an amazing tip and trick, ladies, that you can do as stylists or if you are doing your hair yourself to alleviate the tension, the pressure, and the pulling on your edges. Because, ladies, for the most part, this is where most people have their hair damage or hair loss is in the front and at the top. And that's because certain braid styles Certain protective styles that we use and that we do on our hair requires a lot of pulling in these areas. So we have to start coming up with different methods and different techniques to save our hair. We want to wear beautiful styles, but we want to make sure that we are protecting our natural hair underneath. Different braid patterns can completely change the way your hairstyle looks, from the way that they blend with your natural hair to the overall style that they create. For example, if you have thin hair, you may want to opt for a pattern that doesn't put too much tension on your hair, while if you have thick hair, you may be able to get away with a more intricate braid pattern. So again, I always suggest making sure that you know your hair texture, that you take in consideration where your hair loss is or your hair damage is, and make sure that you are protecting that. So again, this is the perfect braid pattern for all hair types. The beehive is another versatile braid pattern that a lot of people use. And with that braid pattern, it is very versatile and most people use it, and it does work well with a lot of hair types. So that's another braid pattern that you can also keep in mind. I always suggest using a braid pattern that is very versatile because you want to be able to wear your hair in a variety of different styles. So picking a braid pattern that is versatile is always very important as well. I always suggest using a braid pattern that's versatile because it can be used to create a variety of different looks, from a casual and natural look to a more dramatic and glamorous look. Whether you're looking for a braid pattern for a special occasion or just for everyday wear. And again, as always, I use our G&G hair growth oil to moisturize her hair. And oh my gosh, here it is, ladies. This is the completed style. This is her sew-in hair weave with no glue. Yes, ladies, no glue. I use my custom closure to create this style. If you haven't seen it, you can tap the link in the description below. It will take you to my website and you can purchase your frontal or your 4x4 closure as well. Thanks for supporting my channel. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to tap that bell so you do not miss any of my new videos as I upload new videos every single week. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and stay blessed. West Coast Finest, Hair and Dance.